like somebody try to mess with me, mess with tonight, but this ain't finna stop the show. The show must go on. Respect Nate, respect Nate. Welcome to everybody that's in the house tonight. Respect to everybody. Let me know if y'all can hear this. We're gonna do. I'm gonna do a little something different right here. I want to take it back a little back. Let me know if y'all can hear this. Can y'all hear this? Respect she the very respect John Chef Ellie. Respect everybody that's in the house. The link is dropping and already pinned at the top of the page. As you can see by the subject of for the night, who's protecting our melanated women? Who are protecting them? I don't care from physical, mental, sociological abuse. Who are protecting our queens? Are our melanated men protecting our queens? Or somebody else protecting them? Or pretending to protect them? So let me read. I'm gonna read a little something for you. I'm saying, okay. This what I got right here. 1 in 3 melanated women will experience either physical or sexual assault at some point in their life. That number has always felt much higher in terms of the women. Given the cultural, political, and economic violence triggered towards melanated women globally. Okay, who will protect them? Who will? Are we protecting them? We're supposed to be protecting our queens. Am I right? Okay. Check this out. Many of the women have shared countless stories of abuse in their personal and professional lives. In some cases, we've been able to work together to take meaningful action, but often we have chosen to keep their experience in confidence. When a melanated woman comes to tell you that she's been abused verbally, sexually, hit, and everything else, we're supposed to take that seriously. Supposed to take it seriously. If you got a daughter, would you want her to hide her secrets like that? That she been abused, either mentally or physically? See, we don't see. I know you'll see some stories where there's some melanated women get with some men that they were supposed to be with, get separated from their friends and family, what they know. Basically, I'm going to say it. Basically, kidnapped by that person, cut off from all communication with her family. That's all right, smart man. That's all. That's all right. But the thing is, who are protecting them? See, when they go to the police and say this and this and this, they don't believe them. When they go to the family, cause the guy acts so act a different way around their family, some of the family don't believe it. So they left there by themselves, wondering, can I get out of this situation? Right? We got to start paying attention to our queens as kings. Because if we don't, they gonna try to go to somebody else, try to seek that salvation. And find somebody else to try to protect them. See, it's not just physical abuse. It's not just the physical abuse. See, that the abuse you can see that will heal up. See, it's the mental abuse that we don't see. You know, queens that out there. That don't heal up. Especially if she don't talk about it. Especially if you don't go and see nobody just talk about it. See, there's some men out there that does that to a female, a melanated female queen, as per se. And when she started to get sick and tired of it, and she done reported it, nobody paid her no attention. She done told her family nobody paid her attention. Then when he wound up dead, they want to prosecute her. Why you want to prosecute a melanated woman that been abused physically, mentally, and why you want to prosecute her for killing her attacker? See, it's just like I'm gonna tell you a story. It's just like this story. It's not a story. If I seen it. This young lady was kidnapped in Iowa. Right? And along with some other female women that was kidnapped, but she was a teenager, and they said she was runaway. I don't know. Allegedly, she was a runaway. But the deuce respect. But the thing is, he had a hostage, kidnapped with other women. She got R word. She couldn't go nowhere. Till one day, after he got through doing a business, she stabbed him over 10 times, and she got charged. That's not right, is it? Is that right? That's not right. That's not right at all. And then on top of that, to throw salt in her wounds, they allowed the family of the guy that had her, that did that to her, to sue her. Y'all don't hear me out there. Y'all don't hear me. That's not right. Then they put her on probation. They put her on probation for saving other female lives that was in there and her own, because she was a melanated queen who wasn't going to take it no more. The dudes, yeah, they want women to call 911, but when the police are not doing nothing, see, I don't know what it is for y'all. They do not believe a melanated black woman. See, that right there, what happened in Iowa, she was captain. She was captain. She couldn't make no phone call. She did what she had to do. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get out of the situation. Yeah, punished for surviving.
Yo, peace of love, peace of love, peace of love.
Yeah, she was
Can you
punished
hear
for
me?
surviving. That's how. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Okay.
My laptop, my laptop effing up right now. But I hear you. I hear you. See, the thing is, it's not that. It's just like us as melanated kings. We could say something to the police that is right. They're not gonna believe us, but they go ask another person, "Oh, Is this so and so? I give you a perfect example. This pastor, he awarded his neighbor flowers because they were good friends, they were gone. His neighbor called the police and they were trying to ask him what he was doing. He said, I'm watering flowers.
Yeah.
Let me see, let me see your ID. No, but think about it, he was a police officer. He said, I ain't got to show you nothing. But the funny thing about it, he told him where he lived. He pointed to where he lived. He gave it his name. They still believe him. But goes to a Caucasian woman, ask her, do she is he who he say he is? She said, yeah, but believe her. But here's the funny twist of the whole thing right here. She the one that called. Let that sink in. See, we gotta protect our queens because nobody else gonna protect them. So I would go back for my queens. I would go back for them. Matter of fact, I go back for any woman that's being abused. But our women are being abused physically and mentally. Like I said, the physical will heal up. The mentally, they won't heal. They're gonna have to get help to heal up. Cause you know how, Trey, you know how sometimes you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know what I mean? See, I'll take you on.
Yo. I'm back.
Okay. Yeah. You know how sometimes we get sick and tired of being sick and tired? What
That's a
usually
fact.
happen? They're gonna be fighting, they're gonna fight back. They're gonna fight
Right.
back, right?
Right.
So the question is, who's gonna protect our melanated women? When else as King gonna step up protect our women? They said enough is enough. Cause some of
But
these
now, wait. 'Cause you know I got to bring the real with it.
go
You know what I'm
ahead.
saying? I got to bring the real with it. You know, it's a
Go ahead.
that could be a vice versa thing. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I know a lot of queens that don't take up for kings like they should, like they're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And it's which is a perfectly natural thing, bro. We all got this thing where we naturally grasp a better attitude to a motherfucker we really don't that don't deserve us versus a motherfucker that we feel like deserve us, but we, at some point in time, like the woman and the man could be accountability on both ends. When we talking about problems,
Hold on, Trey. Let me stop you right there. One, I ain't talking about the ones that do. I'm talking about the one men that not doing what they're supposed to do, that doing the abusing. You see what I'm saying?
you
I
say,
don't care. I don't care the melanated men, white men, Asian man, a police officer. Who gonna protect them? You see what I'm saying? That is the question. Who gonna protect them? See, if you're a man, if you're a real man, a woman ain't gonna be able to protect you, right? Is she gonna be able to protect you? You see what I'm saying? A woman is technically a weak species, technically. But
listen to me. A woman can protect you. When I say protect you, I don't mean uh, the shadow being like uh, a strange knock come on the door at 3 o'clock in the morning. She got to be the one to answer the door, or if y'all doing something you ain't got no business, she got to be the one to take the charge. No, what I mean by what I was saying was uh, she can pull her own weight, and that's protecting her king. Meaning what I mean by pulling her own weight, meaning that, sometimes you can get in a fuss with a woman behind something she did, but by the time she finished giving you the layouts of how she feels, you will feel like that you was the problem of the situation when you was clearly the one that was concerned about the situation, right?
mm-hmm.
So
But
that
go
right
ahead.
there, that right there. It's one of the biggest signals of a woman dropping her guard and her protection against her king.
But so,
That's
hey,
how you get the king.
I'm gonna push back on that right there. But I'm gonna push back on that. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna push back on that. Cause one, when she, how many men gonna sit there and listen to a woman talk? I wait. Not many,
You
right?
said
Not
you
many.
said you
Not
said
many,
you
right?
said you said you dated it what?
I said, how many men gonna sit back and listen to her talk and listen to her, and how many men gonna express themselves to her? Not many. Not many. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you right.
Not many. So she got to go do her. If she got to go do it herself, that means the man ain't doing her job because we got to listen to each other. Communication, right? If
No,
she
no, no,
trying
no,
to
no,
talk
no,
to
no, no,
him,
no. You
if
talk
she
about
trying to talk to him,
providing. What you
no,
t-
no.
what you talking about is communication and providing, right?
I'm talking about all of it. It's protection. One, if they not listen to each other, and especially I know a whole bunch of men they gonna listen to what a woman say.
Yeah,
They gonna walk out the
that's a
door
fact. That's a fact.
and cause, hey, I don't want to hear you talk. That they attitude. And then there's something that, oh, when she do say something, hey, he gonna get mad and what he gonna do? Hit her. See, I'm looking at protected as I look at protected a woman. We're gonna get to the male part. We're gonna get to the male part. We already know there's some people, some the melanated women think the other side gonna save their ass from whatever they're gonna get. We already know that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We already know that. But we as ones like you, Nate, me, myself, and other ones that do what we're supposed to do, sit there, listen to them, and come to some kind of conclusion. Hey, let's do it this way. If she don't listen, guess what? You know what happened when you didn't listen to your mom or dad when you were growing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was always a consequence. Look,
Mm-hmm.
look, when you tell that kid, hey, that stove that iron high, and they act like they don't believe you, and they go touch that motherfucker, guess what? Oh, gonna burn them. So I look at that as one, as a melanated king. One, if you got to hit a woman, that's not cool. Two, if you got to abuse her mentally and keep her from talking to her friends and family, that's not cool. Cause these men, some of these men that does that, I think they ain't had no man
But
around to show them how to be a man.
yeah, but where now you got now I understood everything you just said, and I'm gonna kind of repeat it so you don't think that I'm going
Okay,
off key. You know,
okay,
okay. Basically, you saying is the one, the one, and don't get me wrong, I love all my queens, especially a queen that's handling her business. You understand what I'm saying? Like taking care of home, making sure nothing don't happen to the house, taking care of the kids. You know, what a queen's supposed to do. Cause see, it's easy just to invite a woman into your life and you listen to her and rub her feet and listen to everything she got to say and all this, right? Now, if that woman, by any means, by any means, knock her guard down for the man that she's with, she knock her guard down for the man that she's with, and she want this man to be very submissive to her. That have to be some in between wages there. Like it have to be something in between where that man have that sustainability too. Like, hey, look, I was going through this today with Joe, and Joe going, and she had to be the absolutely listening ear. Or, baby, man, my shoulder is hurting, some kind of back. She had to get up and jump up and massage that area, and cause these are the things that's pressured on both sides.
yeah.
So why don't everything that she asks for, she do? If she gonna ask for it, why won't she do it? Same thing, vice versa for the men. If she asks you for something, why won't you just do it? Why won't you like? Why you just like the same thing? Like I'll look at it on both ends. Have to be submissive. Cause like the queen said the other day, she know a lot of people who when this such and such came along, people couldn't even stand each other in the house. What do that tell you? A
Yeah.
lot of times we are getting in these relationships for a show purpose.
Hmm. That's what I was saying. Communication is the key. One, both of them got to be working. Bottom line, both of them got to be working, and both got to be doing their thing in the house. They both. Sometimes when a man and woman in a relationship they don't even talk to each other. They don't even talk to each other.
That's a fact. Sometimes that's a fact. I can go for that. That's a definitely a big fact. That's definitely.
See, see, when I said they don't talk to each other, yeah, but when they talk to each other, it's not talking, it's yelling, screaming, hollering. Who hears each other? Nobody hear. Do you hear anybody when they yelling? You don't hear what they saying.
Yeah, but a lot of time outside speculations do cause a lot of drama in your home. Like outside speculations. Let's just say for a woman's point of view, if she's dating a man and he's, let's just say, I know you don't see this plenty of times. A woman dating a man, he do the best he can. He take care of the bills, he do all this. And that's the homegirl that come over there. She always got shit. She don't never keep a man though, but she always have shit. She always got the cars.
Shut name
She
name.
always she always attracts the good looking guys. No Gotti, but she always attracts the good looking guys or the guys who always got something going for themselves. Shit like that, right?
Hmm.
Now here she go. Here your old lady go. Girl, that is a nice Jaguar you are driving. Girl, if you just leave your husband alone and go find a nigga like Derek, Derek gonna pay your bills. Derek gonna do this, Derek. But she don't tell her once you lose your love, he's gone. And every time
Hmm.
Derek call your phone, he wants you to lay on your back. See, what this
Yeah.
guy here, you didn't have to go through that with him. Only thing you had to do was tell him the bill was due and he was going to go pay it, whether you laid on your back or not. Now, just because you saw the nicer things, you want to go from being the house cozy one to a streetwalker. And that's vice versa for the men. No one get left in the dark.
Yeah. And another thing that they friend don't tell them is that what while they betray themselves on the outside to the outside world, they ain't what goes on inside. Cause it don't matter how much money that guy or the girl have, but behind closed doors is a different story.
But see, that's the problem with a relationship. Because when you dating, fall in love with someone, it's not about their benefits and what they have. So if they broke and you're not, that shouldn't be the problem or the topic. A lot of people make the big speculation instead of the people saying, I'd rather have a relationship where you have to have money. I don't care how good you look, da 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 da. You have to have money. A lot of people would tell you, no, it's not about the money. It's about da 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 da. As long as he can make something happen, I'm willing to work with it. Most of your what you will call them your top notch girls will say, Well, if a man ain't got no money, I can't deal with it.
Mm.
Now we got to put that on the vice versa shoe. What if men had these privileges? What if men had these privileges to do the same thing to women? Because whether you know it or not, a woman can start out being young, beautiful. Then they grow older to become more beautiful. Then that cycle start to turn and shift. She start to notice bags under her eyes. She start the man can go through the same shit, but that man can be old as fuck and still pull him in. That woman, she will have to make a decision. See, that's the thing. We see this and they see that, but no one absolutely tried to share what they absolutely see.
Yeah.
And see, you
And,
will try to go in the situation up with the I love you. Let me take you to the movie and the dinner, but really, like, baby, what's on your mind? I know you. You see, you've been my lady for so long. What's going on? What's on your mind? That will absolutely blow her mind. Vice versa.
yeah. But that's the thing. Sometimes when they in a relationship and the man want it's power control in some relationship, and when a man tells a woman something that, like you said, a man, no matter how old he get, he could pull another female, right? But when a woman get older and the man keep telling her she this, she that, whatever, whatever, and she don't feel good about herself, you see what I'm saying? That's his mental abuse.
Yeah, but that's also like a woman. Well, I'm gonna say most of today's women. I can't keep saying women. Most of today's women.
Yeah.
It's like it's the same thing. Rather she looking at how beautiful she is, but she really ain't telling this nigga like he ain't sexually satisfying her. She will actually go 7 years in this relationship with this guy off the fear of what this guy may would do to her,
Yep.
and he might not even be the violent type, just because his feelings is wrapped up so tight and emotionally scarred in, he have a feeling too. So whether she's standing there looking like, well, you ain't telling me how beautiful I am. Maybe he got it in the back of his head, like I'm not really sexually satisfying my woman, or I might not be really sitting there talking to my woman. Maybe I'm spending too much time on the street with the guys. See, everything that you could think of for them, you have to think of for us because that's the emotional balance that keep the thing going. And once you go through all the and then playing the blame game and shit like that, none of it gets resolved. But however, I gave you an idea how I feel now. You can give me an idea how you feel. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna work it out. We're gonna distinguish our information and we're gonna give it a test run. And now if I know some of the shit start to go wrong after we done sat down and gave the do's and the don'ts, the wills and the won'ts. Now, after this point, what do we do? We sat down, we talked about it. We even sat down and got to the point where we wrote this shit down on a piece of paper and we gave it to each other like a high school love note. And we went over it. We went through an application to save our love. They technicals and all kinds of ways that you can build more than destroy. See, and a lot of times we destroy because we want to go vent. And that is the fucked upest thing you can do when you have a relationship. Because a lot of people will take your vent and you will catch them same people in your house in your same bed with your same person.
Respect Royal and
So
Lord, the Queen. That's how respect. If you got time, the link is at the top of the chat. If you got time, let's
Queen,
drop in. Yeah, you got time to jump in, drop in. If you don't, it's all good. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the. I'm not talking about the one that doing what they supposed to do. You see what I'm saying?
that's what I'm
Who's
saying. I'm talking about the opposite. I'm talking exactly
yeah?
about the opposite and how they can catch up to the speed, how they can catch up to the par. Stay home with your children. Fuck these clubs. These clubs ain't got shit to offer you but nothing. Now, honey, believe me, if you have to get on that pole to dance to feed your kids, I'm not here to tell you. Big Trey's ain't here to judge you. Big Trey's done did some fucked up shit in his life to try to make an ends meet and had to go to sleep at night. But I talk I talk to my master and I talk to him every night and I let him know like and I ask for forgiveness. That's another thing. I confronted the situation, I asked for my forgiveness. And I push. I push. I don't look back. I don't look. I push. So believe me, it's no judgment here. It's we just simply getting down to the topic and the facts of what's really going on with this. And the problem with relationships, everybody wants to be the pointing fingers.
But the only reason I'm pointing the finger, I'm pointing at the no good motherfucking dudes. You see what I'm saying?
No,
That
I'm saying anybody. I'm saying anybody. Any, any
you got that good
relationship.
stuff. You got that good stuff, Nate. You got that good stuff.
I was waiting.
I say, Trey got that good stuff up there.
I was waiting.
Yeah,
I was
but
being nice, man. I
that
was
that
waiting.
okay. Appreciate your peace, King. Listen, that's like any relationship. Both sides you have both sides of the understanding. And what I mean by the pointing of the fingers, because I have done it myself. And when I talk about these things, I'm only talking about myself, including everyone else. You know what I'm saying? So no one can feel like I left myself out in the situation. And like I told you, I had messed up a couple of relationships in my time. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of learned because I miss them people. I wish I could make it right with them people. But the only thing I can do is build a knowledge off of how not to do the next person like that. That is
Yeah,
the key. It's not about your mistakes in your past and what you did. It's about how can you make it better not to do it to the next motherfucker. Next motherfucker deserve love no matter how much you look at them, right? You want to call them da 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 da. They need love too. Cause that same love that you live off of, they need that energy too. So when we're talking about these relationships, we have to look at it on both ends. We can't, as the men, we can't sit here and just, like, and no doubt, peace and love to the queens. We just can't look at it on their side. And peace and love to the kings. The kings can't just look at it on their side. We have to look at both sides. We have to put both of them together, resolve the issue, and that's how you keep your relationship. That's how your relationship go from 6 months to 25 years.
but the question was, who is going to protect our queens? That was the question. You see what I'm saying? From what they be going through, we know that what the men be going through, but who gonna protect them? That was the question.
Well, who,
This is my thing, bro.
who
Listen,
gonna
this is
protect?
my thing. At the end of
Go
the
ahead.
day, 'cause I'm gonna be honest with you, because I'm listening to both sides, and
Mm-hmm.
what D Truth is referring to is we talking about as far as the physical aspect and the mental aspect, bro. As far as if we know these women are getting attacked and abused, what are we doing to stop it? That's where he was going with it. Now, I get where you coming
Okay.
from too, Trey, because I know, but I'm saying all in all, it's supposed to be a joint effort. Period. I've been said this before. It's a community effort. It's a community effort. Period. Because if you, but then sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you too. It also got to be wise decisions because some people just went against the grain and chose their own fate to a degree. Sorry to say it like that. I mean, because I know some people who was warned by more than a few people not to do certain things and then got into these situations. Sometimes some of these women got to stop putting themselves in these positions. If somebody is giving you clear and present warnings about certain things, don't take that as, oh, they hating, or oh, they trying to get next to him, or they, no. Sometimes they could be telling you something for your own good. You got to listen sometimes.
Bingo.
So it is a two-way street because some of these situations could be avoided if they would learn to listen to certain things when people are telling them. Even if you got a male figure that's telling you, nah, I don't think you should. Gotta learn to trust people sometimes. You can't go against the grain sometimes, despite whatever.
Because I know plenty of times somebody told me something. I don't care if male or female, they told me, oh, don't do this. Guess what? I'm like, y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. I'm finna go do it anyway. Oops, don't fucked up.
That's right. That's right.
Oh.
But see
Wait, let me
now.
say it like this, right? Let me say it like this from this standpoint. And excuse my terms on this. That's like everybody telling you don't, excuse my language, don't fuck the neighborhood slut. Don't fuck her raw. Put a condom on. And you still go and don't use the condom and still now what you gonna have to deal with. There's a chance you're gonna get that 9 months later, like damn it, I'm late.
Get that knock.
Everybody gonna sit there like, damn it, I told you.
Or you fuck around and catch something else. Playing around.
Like, oh, you got the hot crotch. You got the hot crotch. Oh.
You got that juvenile 500 degrees thing going down there.
Hey, Trey, all right, look here. Be like, you know how you be around your boy egg you on, like, yeah, I hit that before. Yeah, go ahead, it's good. Then you come back, oh, did you hit it? Hey, you don't really hit it, but they ain't hit nothing.
Yeah.
Then it'll be like, ooh, how you hit that nasty stuff? That, oh, Lord have mercy. Then on the women's side now, they do the same thing now. Just like Trey said, a girlfriend see one thing women. I'm going to tell the women something here. Keep your friends and family out of your damn business unless it's really hurting you.
Yeah. Listen, I feel like this. When it comes to certain things, not everything is meant to be broadcast and not everything is meant to be talked about unless you necessarily have to talk about something. Don't. Certain things you keep behind closed doors. You're supposed to talk to each other. See, this is where the communication comes in the key. No matter what part of the spectrum is going on, from the communication aspect, even down to the sexual aspect of it, supposed to have communication all throughout the board. Should be no reason why we shouldn't have no communication. But then again, like I said, sometimes you have to pay attention to the signs in the first place. If you vet out who the hell you about to have some sort of relations with, 9 out of 10, you could save yourself from the headache, the drama, or possibly losing your life. And that's on both. And that's on both sides of the spectrum. Like I said before.
Because I don't know. Have y'all either one of y'all watch Fatal Attraction, right?
Yeah.
I don't see both sides. Of it. Where they're saying, if I can't have it, nobody else will. It's real. That's real.
Yeah, but see, that can't. With a lot of them stories like that, fatal attraction, snap, shit like that, that came with it came with its own background, man. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of them stories, they had stories of infidelity. Like they had a lot of shit going on. Like, and then a lot of them people were just plain out obsessed and crazy, bro. Like, and then we was talking about these serial killers, shit like that. These was part of the serial killers that people don't talk about. Like You actually had your ones that was killing these dudes for insurance money. Then you had some that was killing them because they reminded them of their first husband. Shit like that. Like it was more on some shit like you remind me type shit. You know what I'm saying? It was everything was you remind me. Like it wanted some money type shit. It was some other shit. You know what I mean?
Yep. See, and I look at it right here. I don't care. I'm not gonna sit. I think y'all heard this story before. It was this man, right? I would come from work, waiting on the bus, whatever. I was sitting at the bus stop. He was yelling, screaming, cussing everything else at his woman. I said, "Hey man, you can cuss again, but don't be calling all that name." I said, "Hey, you got daughters?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "What? How would you feel if a man was doing your daughters like that?" He said, "I'd be upset." I said, "You be upset, but you up here doing the same thing to her. But you be upset if a man did that to your daughter. You can't have it both ways." You see what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
See, I see.
Yo,
Oh, Maybach, come on up.
baby.
Maybach here. Eve,
Yo,
if you, hey, we like a woman perspective on this too now. All the women don't be shy. Cause we don't want to come back now. Oh, y'all men will take it just no. We want a woman perspective. We want a woman. Look, you know how they do. These men will take no. We need a woman perspective up here. But it's like I look at this right here. I treat I treat a melanated female woman a queen like I would want a man to treat my sister, my niece, my mom, and females in my family. See what I'm saying? And some people don't do that. But hey, like a woman, like a female. If you got sons, if you want a woman to treat him like he's supposed to be treated, you should treat your man like that too.
yeah, but it also go back though, basically to the drawing board. You know, like if it goes like that, it still takes it both of the ways. Like if you want your daughter to get out here and protect, if you want your daughter to get out here and be someone's queen and have a stable mind and a good start in life, and you basically have to do the same thing for your daughter. Like it's always gonna be a vice versa thing. So it basically what I'm saying is no side have a bigger side than the next one. It's just a man just head. It was just designed like that. Like it wasn't something the man came up with. It was just how it was. The man was always the head. You see what I'm saying? But that
Yeah,
didn't knock his queen down for making decisions. To say, hey, baby, look, I think something about this right here. Or he didn't go to his queen and talk to her and let her make some decisions like, look, I'm kind of stuck on this right here, baby. What you think about this right here? Oh yeah, King, look, check this out. We're gonna do it like this. Oh, I never thought about it that way. Hell yeah, let's do it. Instead of saying, nah, fuck no, man, hell no, I would have never ran my business like that. And then there y'all go
that's
back
something that
and
do
forth.
that too.
But
Yeah.
that's your problem.
Yeah,
So
that's
it
something that do
always
that.
gonna
Go
be,
ahead, Nate.
and and that's why it's always gonna be a non-side taking. Like with that, you could be non-side taking. You have to be biased to the situation, not biased to the situation. You have to be non-biased. It ain't no such thing as being biased to the situation. Whether you a man or a female, you can't disintegrate no man no more than you can disintegrate a woman. We just have to figure out each other's mistakes, fix them shit, sit down and talk it over, and let's work through this shit. If not, we just need to be trying to part ways and go find something else. Cause there's always a
I-
good thing out there for you. So don't never hinder nobody because you thinking in your head you trying to save a good thing and that person is really ready to go.
mhm. I'm gonna tell you this right here. One, physical mental abuse on either side is no good. It's no good, especially if you got kids. We got Duck Deuce coming up. From a woman's perspective,
Hey,
respect Duck Deuce. I call it Goose Deuce. Respect.
Salute, Queen. Salute, pizza, salute, Queen.
Hi.
All right.
So I appreciate
How
you
you
guys
doing?
doing this. Great. How are you guys?
I'm good.
oh,
We're doing good. Peace and salute to you, Queen.
So I appreciate you guys doing this topic because this is something that I've gently tried to approach, and have found that people are really sensitive about it and sensitive about how they deal with domestic violence and, just random violence on women. But I wanted to let you know that my story personally, I met my husband when I was 17, lost my virginity to him. We got married. We had a son. And I did all those things, cooked, cleaned. I tried to be a serving wife, and I did everything that I thought was right. You just I did it right, And after I had my son, I got toxemia, which is where you kind of swell up and you get kind of heavy. And he just started saying, I'm not attracted to you anymore. You're heavier, your body changed. And he wouldn't touch me. And so I gave him a year. And for Christmas, he bought me a treadmill and told me that he wasn't going to be intimate with me until I lost weight. And so I did. I just started running on that treadmill until I got brave. My son was barely over a year, and I left. I left my husband, and I'd been with him for 11 years. No. And so I just want, for me, I want women to keep their self safe. I think that no matter what you do, even if you do it right or you do it all the way wrong, you're still a victim of abuse. No one should be abused in love. Love does not hit, scratch, kick, punch unless it's feeling threatened, or unless it's, some people do have PTSD. Some people do really have bipolar episodes, but that's why you need to know who you're with. You need to understand their cycles. You need to know their trauma. And so for me, it was, okay, how do I not make the same mistake twice? So that's why I really try to stay in neutral places. I really try not I had to learn it with age, because I think you just learn by mistakes. But now, I don't go to people's houses alone. I get dropped off and picked up. I don't drive myself. I try to meet people through people. So, I can say to my homie or my homie's girl, hey, is this guy a good guy, or is this guy got a girl? Because, sorry, my daughter's in the background playing. She gotta be quiet. But you really have to keep yourself safe, because here's the other side of that. If you run to somebody, or you run to people all the time when you're hurt, they're going to handle it, or they're not. And then what if you go back, or what if you start making excuses for that person, or what if you start justifying their abuse? It makes it really uncomfortable for the people on the outside looking in to come in and try to fix your relationship. So with married couples, I always say, stay out of it, even if it's your sibling, unless they've packed up their bags with their kids and left. Because sometimes they go back, and then you're left with that awkward weirdness. And then you have situations where brothers are fighting the husband or the boyfriend, or dads are, and people shouldn't have to go to jail or get physically assaulted because of your abuser. So that's my only thing. When you say who's going to protect the women when you see them being disrespected at a club or at a party, or, when you see it in a public setting, and do it when there's people around, so that you don't get caught up in a one-on-one situation to where it's your word against theirs. And my thing is just leave. If you see, grab the female and leave. Hey, let me get you to a safe place. Or, hey, are you okay? And as a female, I do that to females. I'll buddy up with the female and be like, hey, are you okay? And start being cute. If I see her dudes, sometimes men are just drunk, or some men will look at a beautiful woman and call her a whore just because she's beautiful, or he doesn't like how much cleavage she's showing. I mean, for whatever reason, sometimes people are abusive, but it does go both ways, because because women abuse men too. And that's why in relationships, you need to choose to not be abusive, and you need to choose to listen when somebody says, I don't like that when you do that, or, please don't do that to me. And like you said, someone said earlier, that women try to like dominate the man, or dominate once they get in a relationship, dominate their phones, who are you with? They try to intimidate all the people they're around, control their money, and then you have that fear. Oh, I'll leave you. And when people dangle security over somebody else, like, I'll kick you out, I'll take away your funding, I'll take the kids from you, it all becomes super toxic. You just got to leave at that point, because if somebody has the ability to take away your safety, that's not love. So that's why I always liked having my own money. I liked having my own checking accounts. I liked having my everything in my name. And I even did with my husband, because I watched what happened with the people that raised me. And I watched her go into poverty when she got a divorce. And she's the one that left, but she went into poverty and expected him to pay child support and pay all her bills. And that's not real life. You don't get to leave a man and then expect that you still get the life that you had with him. And I don't agree with that, where a man has to pay forever for a woman, unless he went and got another girl pregnant, or he cheated on her or something, something where she's earned that half of whatever they built together. If you understand what I'm saying or where I'm going with this, but I think everyone should be on their own 2 feet. And then you become a team and you build together, and then what your expectations are before you even move in, before you even have sex, because you bring in a child, or you bring in other relationships, or you bring in other baby moms or baby dads and kids. It just gets more and more toxic if everybody isn't on the same page. And so, me personally, I think as a whole, everyone just needs to be less abusive and less aggressive. And we need to go out of our way to check on females. Hey, do you need me to walk you to your car? Hey, do you have a ride home? Don't let females leave drunk with men. That's one thing when I see happening and people just look the other way. I think it's so sad. It's like, this woman's inebriated. She can't even walk straight, but you're letting her leave with some guy she met a half hour ago, and you can, and they might still go, but you can just be like, hey, are you okay? And just kind of try to curb him into making a better choice. But any female, at least in Utah, any female that's on drugs or that's under the influence of alcohol, you cannot take her home. You cannot have sex with her, or it's considered rape in Utah. You cannot give consent when you're under the influence. And so I always try to protect women. If I see them under the influence or any kind of unsafe situation, I just check on them. But I don't think anyone should put themselves in danger, because you guys have kids, you have women, you have families. You shouldn't put yourself in a position to be killed or injured either. Your life matters as much as her life matters. And so that's why it's touchy, because I have to be a safe female and try to be as safe as possible, instead of just being a victim and damsel in distress and saying, save me, and save me from my choices. And that's all I wanted to say. So.
See, I'll be honest with you right there. I was right there. That was powerful right there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I got tears coming to mind with that one, because I seen the abuse firsthand myself. You know what I'm saying? I seen it firsthand myself, and like she said, sometimes the abuse, they don't care, man or woman, and they say, I'm not gonna do it again, and they so deeply in love with that person that doing the abusing, it ain't nothing you could do. It ain't nothing you could do to get away from it. You could say this, you could say that. Ain't no way you can get away from it until that final time. Like, wait a minute here, I got something to live for, and they leave. But like I said, I don't see my mom, my sister. You know what I'm saying? I see them went through it, and I stood up for it, but it was nothing I could do, because although I did do what I did to the guy, they still was with him. You see what I'm saying? Because what I did really didn't help.
Yeah.
Right. It put you in danger. it put you in danger, and now you have beef with that person that and every time you see them at a family function or in the community, then it's awkward, you know.
No, it wasn't awkward because they wouldn't come around my family because they knew about it. That's the difference.
Well, it would be for me. It would be for me because nobody wants to be put in a situation where they have to fight.
Yeah.
And then you see the person turn around and get back with that person. I mean, that's just kind of like.
But see, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what I was saying all before. You gotta go. It goes back to what I said a couple lives ago. You gotta bet out who the hell you getting with, because even it shouldn't take. First of all, it only take one time for you to be on any type of abuse with me, and I'll walk right the hell away. I'll be the first one. I do just like how I'm telling you, I do just like the Hulk used to do. I'll be sitting here right on the side of the road like this. Let me get up out of here, because we're not doing that. Nah, because come on, bro. I mean,
what we gonna do after that? Once you put your hands on me, you gonna feel like you can do that again and again and again, and that's gonna lead. Cause like what my nigga said it the other night. Whenever you give out an action, there's going to be a reaction. So, like, you have to know that I'm not going for this. First time you put your hands on me, I'm walking away. I'm going to the store, buy some cigarettes, and I'm not coming back. Point blank.
I'm gonna tell you something. A woman put a hand on me, push me like everything else. Like that dude said, man get abused. I told my friend that. I'm like, I have searched so much awareness not to do it, just in Georgia, to hit a woman, which I would have had the right to push it on us. I walked away. I never talked to her again. I never went back to her. I'm like, Especially when I'm doing all the work, going to work. You're not doing that. I'm providing this. I'm providing that. No, I'm not dealing with that. You got one chance with me. Put your hands on me. And I walk away from you. Believe me, I won't talk to you again. And I ain't talked to her since.
No, I ain't talking to you no more because I had my immaturity. I had my immaturity days where physical fights in a relationship, and I thought it was cool. And just like the queen just said, it led me to nothing, like for real. Because come to find out, the motherfucker was already violent anyway, like before he even met me. Like, so like I didn't learn all that until later on. And once a person get a first impression, it's not always the best impression. So you always have to take time, to, like she said, to know who you're dealing with. And I didn't give that time up. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that came with a consequence. You know what I'm saying? It came with some consequences, like straight up.
But sometimes you got to look out for the wolf in sheep clothing. You see what I'm saying? They put their best foot forward, looking good the first 2-3 dates. Also, you get in a relationship. Then all of a sudden, you're living together. Then all of a sudden, you're not married. You wind up pregnant. Guess what? I don't care. You're married, male or female. Girl wound up pregnant. Guess what? And she with a guy that she found out later that not worth it. Or she wound up pregnant. He found out he with a woman that's not worth it. Boy, you in a whole bunch of mess right there.
Right.
Sometimes you can't go by first impression.
Yeah, that's a fact. But a lot of time, that's what I'm saying. A lot of time, when we in these situations, we experienced this shit at an early age, and we all, as younger people, made mistakes, and we must come to a head with that. You know, it's always that experience that always make us say never again. You know, and it depending on what you went through, like what she really broke down, that was a mouthful right there. That was really bravo. Like, you know, I can't say too much on that, but you know, I take it back to the first beginning of what I was saying. Like, when you're dealing with these relationships, ain't no size. See, these type of things when you got the size and who the right and who was the most conservative and who the most paying the bills and all that shit, it turns the relationship off anyway because you already got to be stuck with the fact that you're dealing with that one person where it's supposed to be you just dealing with that one person day in, day out, day in, day out. Now it comes a little bit different when you're dealing with this person and there's coming infidelity. Then it's coming other kids involved, STDs, or not even just say the cheating part, staying out with the fellas all the time in the night, coming home 2 or 3 weeks at a time, shit like that, and it don't even require for your job. Like, it's no side. When the fucked up shit is happening, we have to bring it together, fix this shit if it's worth fixing, and make it right. But
See,
that doesn't
yeah.
give you, yeah, it doesn't give you the privilege to say, well, you know, I was wrong, you was right. Stop that, because won't nobody wrong or right. Motherfuckers just have some issues that need to be. What's wrong and right is walking away from a perfectly good relationship and nothing was going on. That's wrong.
Yeah. And
So go ahead, Keith.
but I'm looking like the. I don't know. That Deuce did this, but there's some men, some women stay with them cause I want to keep. I never grew up with a mom and dad in the house syndrome. Know what I'm saying?
And
But
that man could have went through the same thing. This is the
that what I
problem.
said. That what I said. That what I said. That what I said.
And that's what I wanted to say. Sorry to interrupt. That's what I wanted to say, was that you really have to be humble and you have to be open to have uncomfortable situations and uncomfortable conversations, because like with me, I'm super silly and I don't like confrontations and I don't like to fight. So I'll get playful and I'll get cynical, and some people get really agitated with that. And the guy that I was dating last, he did something and I said lame. That's all I said was lame, and it hurt his feelings. And he said, "Don't call me lame." And I wasn't even, in my mind, I wasn't calling him lame. I was saying this is lame. But then I realized, culture, the backgrounds that we have, we don't come from the same situations. We're trying to merge worlds, and that's an offensive word to him. And it upset him to where he didn't talk to me for a while. And it's little things like that I could have got huffy and puffy and mean about it, or I could have been like, you know what, I hurt his feelings and I'm really sorry. And that's all I could say is I apologize, and I have to change the language I use with this person. And I think that that's hard because, you want to be able to be who you are and you don't want to change who you are. But if it's one or two or three little things that you notice always upsets that person, you have to decide to leave or you decide to stay and change. And that's where for myself, I want to change. I don't want to hurt people that are trying to love me or trying to enter my world. And so that means that I've got to learn their love language. And sometimes people don't want to be laughed at or teased when they're trying to have a serious conversation. And so I had to grow up. Yeah, I had to grow up a lot and realize, sometimes you're going to have uncomfortable conversations with grown men. And a little boy is going to be like, "Fuck you, bitch," or, hang up on you, or, or they're just going to ignore you and then call you when they're feeling you again. But a man is going to say, "You're not going to talk to me like that." You know what I'm saying? Or, "I don't like this about you." And it's not a knock. It's not a abuse, and it's not a diss. I would prefer that we don't have these kind of interchanges. And that's what a man does, is he leads his woman, in my opinion. He leads his woman and he teaches her how to be the wife he needs her to be. Instead of letting her just trample all over him, and then they have this tumultuous relationship because she's not respecting him the way he's asked her to, And I had to learn that lesson the hard way. And it's just something that stayed with me, was that, just because I can be cute doesn't mean a man always wants me to be cute. Sometimes they want me to be serious. And that's something I'm working on, because I laugh and I think stuff is really funny, and I have a really high tolerance for getting upset. And so when someone's upset with me, I'm like trying to like make it funny. Like, okay, why are we upset? Why are we upset? Instead of stopping and saying, he is trying to communicate with me and I need to listen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also vice versa, because you have a lot of guys that come in the house, and I seen it happen a whole lot. You know, I seen this happen a whole lot. Like, I see guys get mad. They'll come in the house and they'll be on some mad type shit with their homeboys, and they know they can't, beat up the homeboy or whatever. And they will actually come home and take the problem out on the woman. And a lot of time, a lot of guys is just fussified. A lot of guys is not physically hand on hand abusive. A lot of them is verbally abusive. And then will be a lot of the guys that will be mostly what I'm talking about. I've seen these guys where they will go out and have these problems on the street and go home and take it out on their family, like bossing the kids around, chumping the kids and stuff. But these the same guys wouldn't do this. So that's what I was. It will take it back to what I was saying. Like, if you look at every point of the scale or how it goes, the only thing we couldn't never compare to a woman is the birth of a child.
Mm, that was deep. But like I said, abuse on either side is not okay. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like I said, physical is gonna heal up. Mentally, it's not gonna heal up. If you be a man, you get mentally abused. You're a female, get mentally abused. Go seek some help. Talk to somebody. I ain't talking about go talk to your friends either, because they can't help you. Because they're gonna tell you what you want to hear, but not what you need to hear.
But we also got to understand something too. A lot of relationships is not worth saving. A lot
Yep.
of people be a lot of people be crying out for help, and we just don't hear it. And
Yeah,
it
you're
take a
right.
special eye, special ear to see, like, hey, look, man, what can I do about your situation to help your situation out? What can I do for you? But then you can't get too personal with people, because that's not the way to go with in a society the way we live. And what way we live is strictly by a set section of code, and all codes don't go the same way. I can't call all friends and talk to them the same way, but they can call me and talk to me all the same way. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
And
we look at it on both. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we look at it on both ends of the fence, like, it's almost like what I'm talking about with these relationships. When you come in these relationships, it shouldn't be none of the craziness. When you come in, it's supposed to be, baby, I love you today. You my queen. Yes, king, I love you too. Da 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 da. Blah 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 blah. And if you ever start to base your relationships off of idle things like your relationship is destined to fail. And
yeah,
the sad thing about it, we lose content of what's really important for a relationship, and that's the love for the man or the woman we dealing with, and the love for these kids. No matter how much we fuss and fight, I can drag you up the street. You can get on Facebook and make me look bad. These kids is watching.
yeah. And that brings me to another point right there. 2 points. Should individual have kids without being married? And two, should would you let a female move in with you, or would you move in with a female? And this goes to those two. Would you move in with a male, or would you let a male move in with you if y'all not married?
It wouldn't even matter, because before you even marry someone, you gonna argue.
Yes, it does. I'm tell you why
Yeah,
it does matter. I'm tell you why it does matter. Because if they move into each other, something happens to that person. Guess what? he or she ain't got nothing to say about what the family do with you.
Yeah, that's we understand that's just the string of life. But if you were a real man, let's just say this: if you were a real man, and if you dating a woman, and just say y'all never got married, and she have her kids, and just me, this just me alone. I don't know how the next person feel, and the rest of you guys can speak up and to say on your side how would you would have handled it. But if I'm dating a female and something happened to her in any kind of way, automatically I loved it her. So the best part of the gift that I could have kept is gone. So the rest of the stuff I don't even want it. Her kids gonna get that. I don't want
But no
none of
reason,
that.
but no reason I asked that question is because you know how some relationship gets, right? If a man move with the female, or the female moves with the man, it don't matter. Soon somebody get mad, get out of my house, get out of my shit.
Yeah,
That's why I
but
asked that question. That's why I asked that question.
okay,
So
okay, okay, okay.
you see what I'm
Now,
saying? You see what I'm saying? So it's best not to move in with each other. You best have your own place.
So for me, because I have kids, I have chosen to be married because I don't want my kids seeing me living with men. I don't want them seeing me not have my own. I think once you decide to be in a relationship, especially when you have kids, you should at the most that you can come in where you're reciprocal. You both agree on what you're going to pay for. You agree what the boundaries are. You agree if this person is going to be a parental role or just your significant other, because some kids don't need another parent. You know what I'm saying? Some kids have a mom and a dad. And like for me personally, I never really needed my parents' boyfriends or girlfriends. Like my mom would bring her boyfriends home and want us to meet him, and I'm like, I don't need to meet this dude. Like I was 17. You know what I mean? Like I didn't need to ever be close to this guy. But
Yeah.
my son is 18, and I want him to treat his wife. We don't tell him about what happened with me and his dad, but we do tell him we were married. You know what I'm saying? We got married before we had you. We had a house before we had you, because I don't want my son at 18 knocking up a female. I want him to do whatever he needs to do as a man, and then when he's ready to settle down. But a lot of these people see their parents, or they let their kids, have sex young, and let their boyfriends and girlfriends sleep over, or really their boyfriends sleep over, and then the kids grow up seeing people in and out of their moms and dads beds, and so that's how they are. And safe sex for me is teaching a child how to become a young man or a young woman, and how not to snowball their life by getting pregnant, or getting to a situation where you have to live with someone because you don't have the money or whatever. But no one should be in a situation because of necessity. They should be in a situation because of choice. And so because it's important that my children don't see me just having sex with people and living with people, that they understand I'm going to marry this person, and this person is going to be in the home with you. So we all need to make sure we all get along, because my daughter needs to be as comfortable as my son, as comfortable as his children. You got to take everyone into account instead of just going on whims, because, I mean, I have a sibling who she's never been single, and her sons have like six dads. And I think it's sad because he said, Mom, my mom I get a new brother, but then don't get to be my brother anymore because the guy moves out. And so it's sad when you see broken families just continue to be broken because they don't just take 6 months to a year to get to know each other and then say, do we have the money to do this? Do we have the assets to do this? Yes or no? Instead of just uprooting everybody and shoving everyone in one house together so that the adults can have sex. And that's all you're doing, really, because an adult can go to a hotel, can date, cannot, without going into the other person's personal life, meeting their friends and family and their kids, and then just going right into a relationship. So I do think, even if it's not a ring on the finger, you have an expensive wedding. I do think that you should be, for me, should be husband and wife or consider each other. This is the person that I'm with. And this is the person that you're going to see with mommy. But this person isn't just somebody mommy met last night and now they're staying. Now you wake up, the kid comes in the room and there's a dude in her bed, which happens. It happens a lot. So
it do. It do. But like I said, you don't have to be married, but you got to know. People say you ain't gonna know a person until you move in with them. Okay, but you're still not gonna know the person when you after you move into with them. You feel what I'm saying? You're not gonna know nobody. I don't care how long you live with them.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm
Sometimes,
gonna be honest with you, and just like I said, it all goes back to one and the same where we all getting out. The main thing is you're supposed to be knowing who you about to take the ultimate leap with, basically. You can't just sit there and just go off of first impressions. You can't go off of what you think this person can do for you. Y'all got to be able to do for yourselves in order for y'all to build together. So at the end of the day, it wouldn't matter if you both moving in with each other. At the end of the day, you shouldn't have to come down to, get out my house.
Yep.
If you really love each other, you would never have to utter those words out your mouth, period. Unless you feel you have to. You shouldn't always, and that goes with a lot of stuff. But I think they're here, there. I was just enjoying the conversation real quick while I was rolling this blunt.
How many is that? 30?
I feel.
About 32.
I'm 32.
I said I'm talking about Nate. But how many blunt that is? 30?
We done been 32 since the time I got
32?
off my line. By the time I got off my line,
But you know what though? It just like that dude said, and we all agree on. Kids should be exposed to everyone you come in and out of the house. Okay, mom, dad, whatever. They should be. You shouldn't have no one coming in and out of the house. Different one coming in and out of the house, or man coming in and out of the house.
Exactly.
Go, you gonna confuse them. Then guess what? They're gonna.
I don't know. I don't know because I understand exactly how that goes, and that's our special purposes, and I'm not talking against it at all. You know what I'm saying? I respect the queen for what she said. That's what she said. It is what it is. But now when it comes down to me and how I feel about the situation, when you have a relationship with someone, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you're not gonna have no one that always nitpicking with your kids and just hating your kids and stuff. Sometimes our kids can be our biggest distraction because your child can know, like, hey, this is not my dad. So we're gonna just try to make his life a miserable hell. Especially if all the kids got the same dad. So a lot of time we got to justify what is the nitpick of why the man is most hated. Because now if he doing some more illegal shit under the scene or got some secret type of hate and vendetta against your children, you damn right you get rid of his motherfucking sorry ass.
Right.
But when you have a man that you are dealing with to build a life with, a lot of time them gonna be the guys your kids is not going to like. Then when you look back on the relationship, then you be like, kids, I remember when y'all didn't even like this man. Now y'all damn near love him more than y'all love me.
It's time. It's time. And then they got some kids. I don't care if the dad got custody of the kids or mom got custody of the kid. It doesn't matter if they share custody or they say dad with another girl or mom with another man. And they gonna always compare that woman to that mom. They always compare that man to that dad, no matter how you look at it.
Right,
No
right.
matter how you look at, no matter how you look at it, because that man ain't gonna be able, especially if that dad is around like he's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing that the man can do or say to Trump dad. Just like that woman.
No,
Ain't nothing that
no,
woman
but the thing is,
ain't nothing that
but
woman can do to Trump what mom say to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they around.
yeah, but then the respect grows because nothing is of the same. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Respect grows, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It's just
yeah,
almost like going to a school and you going inside the school and you had got used to being inside that school and you transfer and go to another school, you're not gonna have the same. You might get over there like everybody. You're not gonna have the same popularity that you had at your home school. You feel
mm,
what I'm saying? The school that you know the best. Your mom went to it. Your cousins went to it. Your brothers went to it. Your couple, your nieces done went to it. Nephews, you done seen family generations go to this same school, so you get this transfer and go somewhere else. It's not gonna be the same.
yeah. You're right. And another thing that what going to get it though is that the dad or the mom, girlfriend or boyfriend, they gonna have to understand. It's gonna take the kids some time because they're gonna look at you. Oh, you always gonna get. And this what I got with one of my ex kids. Oh, you ain't my dad. You can't tell me what to do.
Right.
But
And they gonna try and they gonna try
yeah, they're gonna try you. And this what happened
and they
right
gonna
here.
try to do and they gonna try the new guy just like that. And
Yeah.
they know how to do it, and they know how to do it under the naked eye of the mother's vision. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Where the
Yeah.
mama don't got no visual on the shit. Usually she can see everything that these kids got going on, but this man got her mind distracted so much. Like she trying to figure out, is he a good man? Is he somebody stable? Somebody I can build with? Right now, I like him so much, I just don't really know what. Her mind is kind of slipping, but theirs not. Their
Yeah.
mind is busy. Their
Yeah.
mind is
Yeah.
figuring out how to get rid of you, this and that, da da
Well,
da, blah
and
blah, all
that's a parenting issue because a female who gives her kids that much control in the home, she's giving them control to raise up to the adults. And they probably raise up to her like that.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to bring someone into my home, my kids are not going to disrespect that person, whether he's
right,
my
right,
boyfriend or he's my plumber. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's a parenting issue. And that's another reason why you need to know who you're dating
Yeah.
because she
right,
can be the cutest, sweetest, most loving, have it together, have money, and then you go home and she's got a rotten teenager. And that
Yeah.
rotten teenager says to you, "You're not my dad." Well, then how come nobody's raising this teenager? Because no respectful teenager is going to say you're not my dad or you're not my mom unless they're a 5-year-old or a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a teenager or a youth raising up to you, they're good. That child's raising up to every adult and has authority issues.
Yeah.
So
hey,
make sure that the women and the men that you date are raising their kids, because
Mm-hmm.
the other thing you don't want is to become the man or the woman in that house that now has to raise the kids. So because baby mama didn't or ex-wife didn't, because the parent won't stand up to it, then you got to be the bad guy, and then you're coming in like a mentor and you're you know, trying to teach this kid how to be a good human being, period.
Yeah.
Because
And,
my son isn't going to raise up to no man that I
and,
bring around. He's going to shake your hand and he's going to be real quiet and he's going to be happy that I found love. He's going to be happy for me because he knows this person isn't going to be a threat to his life, or to his
yeah.
situation. But really, you should only have kind of the little ones bucking just because of change and they're uncomfortable around change, or that mommy's getting a little bit more given more attention to this new person in the house and they're getting a little bit less attention. But that's why you go out of your way to include the kids in conversations. You have family night where you sit down and you talk about stuff and say this isn't how we speak to each other. You set the ground rules
Yeah.
instead of, because one thing that I don't like seeing is when women's sons raise up to the boyfriend and the boyfriend ends up punching the son. And that's abuse. What you're doing is you're asking your son to be a man, and so you've got two men in the home fighting for alpha. That should
Yeah.
never occur in a home.
Yeah.
That should never,
And-
Yeah.
never have the other parent or other adult in the home physically having to redirect or punish a child. And yeah, it doesn't matter if I'm your dad or your mom. I'm in this house, and today I make the rules, you know, and it's the same rules that your mom or your dad said were. So I don't know why you acting like the situation's changing, because nothing should change in the home except for that there's another person in the home or
Yeah.
more kids. And then you sit down and you reestablish the boundaries and the rules. We knock on the door, you know, we don't yell in each other's face, we don't put our hands on each other, you know. And you have the same rules that you would apply to a cousin or to a step sibling or to a half sibling, just like you would your uncles and your aunts. If you wouldn't talk to your uncle like that, why would you talk to my boyfriend like that?
Yeah.
You know?
And then another thing that we're missing is if the woman got a new boyfriend and dad got a new girlfriend, right? What is the mom saying to the kid about the new girlfriend? What did the dad? What did the kids? What did the dad say? You know what I'm trying to say. To the opposite way. You see what I'm saying? That has a big role in it too. The ones that not in the household, the mom and dad that not in the household with the kids, but get the visit that the kid go visit, they put stuff in the kids' ear. You see what I'm saying? That's the big problem.
Well, now it depends on how you break that down. Like once again, the shit is coming from both sides. Y'all, well, we got to fail to realize all this shit we talking about work on both sides.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
I said. That's what I was saying. From
right now, first of all, first
go
of
ahead.
all, I'm gonna break down that first part we were just talking about with the kids inside of the home and how they was raised. No, quite naturally, yeah. I won't expect for nobody kids to raise up to no grown man and doing all the harm. What I meant by all of that was kids have a way of doing their own little thing. You know what I'm saying? And they can make a man feel uncomfortable without even harming him, without even looking at him. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things is, I don't care how much you try to discipline them all that, they, not to say it's yours, queen. I'm just talking about in general where most relationships go wrong. And it's not to say your kids, 'cause I believe you do got your kids in order. I do believe that. I do believe that. Where you talk, ain't no bullshit coming from you. But there's open relationships that do have this accountability problem where the child do seem to come in and do spiteful and malicious things to entices the man to not want to be around with the woman. The children can do anything to make the man uncomfortable. You know, here, go take him this plate. There they go, dropping the fork on purpose, or they might slip something off your plate, like anything. And that it's not to say there's your children that do that, but there are children that does and have sabotage relationship to the point where the man was like, "Look, I can't deal with you and your kids." And then when it came to the next relationship he had focused on, it was like, yo, how many kids you got? How old are they? Is they disrespect? Then that's when, if you ever hear a guy had a real tough experience. He had a real tough experience. And it have got to the point where he almost lost his cool. So when we narrate what the children do, we can always say we know what our children do, but a lot of time we can't say we always know what the children will do. And it's not safe for your children. I'm just talking in general. Like it's just open. The conversation is open. So like a lot of children, I done seen them do it in the households where they done did some things and made the man mad, and the dude will come straight out after I done seen it. He'll come straight out like, "Yo, you see what these kids are doing?" I'm like, "Yo, that is kind of crazy." You know what I'm saying? And I keep it slim and I shut the conversation down. That lets you know every eye is not shut. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to these relationships, ordinary for you to be at peace with that man, y'all gonna have to go through some type of dating service before anything distinguished. It's going to absolutely be some grown folk shit going on. You know, some men you will find in this world that will wait it all the way out to the very end. That's a blessing. Now that was your guy, that was your blessing. That was your king right there. If you could make this dude hold out, and you can know the difference between somebody holding out and they haven't, you old enough. You know, so like if you can, that's golden. That's but then again, it also takes it back to the first thing that the relationship got to offer. Don't come in picking no sizes. Don't come in with the pointing fingers. Cause see, these little type of things that I'm talking about seem so minor. But would you believe it or not, most of the shit that y'all talking about is what lead from this little minor shit. These little minor things is what lead to all that other extra shit. That's what you got to fix first. Then you go back for the problem. You try to go for the big thing and you overwhelm yourself every time. You don't come in this relationship, baby. I love you. I love you too, baby. You's a queen. Yeah, you's a king. I believe in you. Baby, I'm finna go open up this shop, baby. I'm gonna stand behind you 100%. Okay, what you gonna do, King? Well, I'm finna get ready to go out here and drive another 7 hours so we can feed our. Okay, King, I will be right here and support you. No niggas at the crib. No niggas laying in the bed. You know what I'm saying? At least, you know, like have some dignity about the situation. The situation could go so many ways, but it also can fall in so many ways. And it
Yeah,
depending on what your mindset at. Like where is your mindset at? Your mindset got to be at a standard. And then one thing I always had learned, like even when my mom had a husband, we couldn't get into that. Whether if they was, you know what I'm saying, that or not, you know what I'm saying, we couldn't get into that. You know what I'm saying? So like as a child when it comes to someone new, a child feel like I don't want my mom with nobody but my dad. Especially when you got a woman who have multiple children by different men. Each one of these children feel the same way. When that one daddy come along and stay the night, you know what I'm saying? And they wake up the next day and the other two kids sit there and see that they daddy wasn't the one laying in that bed. They not thinking on no sexual shit. They just thinking like, damn, my mama just got back with my daddy. But they not realizing this was just some shit like we touching bases as baby mother and baby father to try to, you know. So that's what I mean. It has to be some type of mutual understanding on both sides before you can drop. You know what I'm saying? Because I can sit here and point the finger at some shit you did. You can sit there and we gonna go all day long about that shit.
yeah. And another thing, Trey, on that part right there is what people mess up is they get attracted to the physical, but not the mental. You see,
True.
if you get attracted to the physical, right? The physical gonna go away.
Right.
But if that person isn't that mentally, what you left with?
Right. Right.
See,
Right.
and
But
like you said, the kid gonna look at like, uh, especially them kids that, especially if the mom, they gonna say if dad got these many kids by these different baby mamas, or mom got these kids by these different baby daddies, and one of the baby daddy or baby mom gonna stay over, the other kid gonna feel like, oh, where my daddy at?
that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a
They gonna
fact.
feel left out. They gonna feel left out.
So you got to
They
have
gonna
those
feel left out.
communications with your kids. You got to have those conversations. You got to
Yeah,
tell them
but
what's going on. You got to tell them why. Because I mean, I don't go into detail, but I say, we're going to go spend time with your dad. And, I try to say that we love each other, but we're just not together anymore. And try to not confuse the child. But if the child sees you in love and sees you being able to co-parent, or sees you guys working together, they're gonna be fine. It's when you don't kind of, like, they see their dad once every 2 or 3 years and he kind of just stays for a week and then leaves,
Oh,
but I think it's okay to tell the kids the truth so they don't grow up confused.
yeah,
wait,
but see,
let me interject real quick. I done seen it.
go ahead.
Listen, I done
Go
seen
ahead.
situations. I done seen situations where everything that you was just saying has happened. Everybody things is considered as far as, okay, I'm dealing with this person, and then still be the kids sometimes. Sometimes the kids that just do that shit. I've seen it. Like, why you trying to ruin something happy? Ain't the most important thing is if your parent is happy, that should be the most important thing. But you got some people that'll be spiteful just because they don't want to see the parent happy. But you know what it be sometimes? Because they would rather have the perfect family that they once had before. And that's where you also got to draw the boundary sometimes. Like, listen, just like you
Yeah,
said, we not together no more, but you know, he's still gonna be a part. They still gonna be a part of your life at the end of the day. Y'all
yeah,
still gonna have bonds with each other because y'all have kids together.
right. But if you're talking about children, you got to think about it. And this is what I mean by when y'all coming in, you have to dig at it in both ways. Even though you tell that child that deep down inside in their brain, man, that shit is not all right. I'm telling you, man. I seen them. Listen, man. Listen. It it be all right to that second because they trust mom. That's what it is. They trust mom. They trust everything mom said because that being the person that been there through thick and thin. That's the person that showed them everything. That was the person that was there when the night's dad couldn't be there. So they're gonna trust everything that mom say. And I don't
Again,
take
but
that
guess
away
what?
from
This is what I was just saying though, bro. It goes back to what you was just about to say. You didn't say nothing. I ain't just say different. At the end of the day,
right.
I done seen some women have good relationships with good men that was trying to be there, and the kids have messed it up themselves. And it's that
Oh yeah, yeah,
sometimes it
yeah, yeah.
don't
That's
beat
a
up.
fact. That's a
It don't.
fact. That's a
Sometimes you
fact. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no,
Yeah,
because
that's
I've
a
seen
fact.
some kids literally be mad because either their mother or their father finally found somebody that they happy with, and instead of it
Yeah,
just being like, I mean, listen, if I done already told you what the situation and the dynamics is, and I turn around and yeah, like, look, at the end of the day, who's the adult here? Like
yeah,
that's what it comes down to. Like, who's the adult here? Like, if I done sat there and you see I'm happy and you know there's no clear present danger, you have no choice but just to accept what's going on. As long as that person is not harming you in
yeah,
any way, shape, or form, you're supposed to just leave it as it is.
yeah,
Let your parent be happy.
yeah.
And the child can move out when they turn 18 if you don't
Exactly.
like who your mom or dad's with. But while you're in their home, I think the parents should demand that you respect the other person in that home. And yeah, teenagers can be the worst. I was one of those teenagers. I would make fun of my mom's boyfriends. I would clown them all day long, and they would stand up to me. And I moved out. I moved out at 17. I got my own place because I was tired. That's literally the truth. And it was like, well, I don't want to be here anymore. And it was better for all of us because I was one of those teens that it was like, I'm glad she's happy, but I don't like this guy in my house, you know. And it was my house. It wasn't his house, you know. He would come to our house, and I didn't like to make room for him. And it's funny now that I'm older. My mom stayed married to this guy for like 15 years, but we ended up being friends. But it was best for me to move out because I didn't want to play house with some of these men. And my mom had every right to date, and she had every right, you know, to be herself. And I was from like 15 to 17, and I just didn't want nothing to do with it. And I didn't want to be cute and hang out with these people and go do things with their kids. And then it took me getting married and having my own family to realize how difficult it was, you know, to merge lives. But I was really hard on him, and he stuck around, you know, Well, he ended up leaving my mom like 2 years ago, but he was around, you know, until I was like 35, you know. So I'm literally case in point one of those teenagers. I didn't make it easy for either of my parents to be remarried, but now I take care of. I'm actually in home. Sorry.
Let me ask you a question now that you say that. 'Cause I don't mean to cut you off, but let me ask you a question now that you say that. Now that you know that man gave your mom 17 years, the good years. I won't say they were all probably all, but just to know he been around that long, a part of your mom life that long without leaving her. You know, probably, you know, I don't know the situation. I'm just saying he was just around. Just say he was just around. How do you feel about the situation from the first time you saw him into the time like later on in the years? How do you still feel about that man?
Well, I liked that he didn't tolerate it. He didn't let me act that way, and he didn't leave. So I left. And that's what
Yeah.
children need to do. If you're not happy in that home, you can go live with your other parent. You can go live with your grandma, your auntie. But no, you can't make people's home environment uncomfortable. You can't ruin it for everyone in the house. And now I appreciate him because he really gave her a good life, and he gave my brother a job and my brother a career, and my brother makes bank now. And he really set up my brother to be in a business that he could retire in and make a lot of money. And that was him offering, because he had his own business, my brother a job. And so he was good for my brother. I just didn't need a dad, you know, and I didn't need to be there. I had outgrown living there. And so it was fine for me. It was okay for me to move on. I had my own job, my own car. I could afford my own apartment. So now I'm grateful. As a female, period, I'm grateful when men set boundaries, because I think a lot of women in their family dynamics get used to kind of bossing everybody around and being like the assertive one that kind of they're like, oh, that's just how my sister is. And then you get someone that's like, well, she's not going to treat me like that, you know. And so it took strong men to teach me how to respect men. Does that make sense? Like, it took a man not
Yeah,
thinking
that's what
that it was funny, that it was cute, or that it was appropriate for me to learn how to respect men. Because, you know, teenagers, if they're allowed to disrespect adults, become adults that disrespect everybody. And I was just one of those kids that just thought I was smarter than everybody, and, you know, didn't have to, what are you going to do? You know, put your hands on me. Like, I would just talk back. Um, and I think it was best I moved out, because I had outgrown being parented, you know. So then I had to learn how to be on my own, and the world wasn't as loving and, you know, easy for me once I was on my own. So then it makes you appreciate the people that took the time to raise you and took the time to get you to your dance classes, and you don't realize how hard it is to invest in a child until you have one. And then you're really super
Yeah.
grateful for the adults that invested in you, because I'm proud of who I am today. And it took adults and men raising me and teaching me and showing me and not hitting me and not, being gentle with me instead of abusive, for me to turn around and say, okay, men are good for me, and men love me, and men will teach me how to be a better person, instead of just letting me be a tyrant female who nobody stands up to, and then she ends up getting burned out and, sitting miserable as an old lady by herself because she never learned how to respect men. You know what I'm saying? I think it's okay to correct people and to teach them. You love them enough to say, this isn't how I want you to treat people, and teach them how to be a better person. But the only way to do that is to not enable people to be nasty. And it starts with teenagers. When your teenage daughter is rising up against her mother, the only person that can help the mother is a man, or the older brother or another uncle, because a girl at 17 can take on her mother. You know what I mean? And if a son can't, because he'll get popped. You know what I'm saying? A son isn't going to raise up to his mother, but a daughter will. Yeah. And somebody's got to put her in her place, or she's going to turn in to
And that's a fact.
an abusive female.
Them girls, they will stand up to their mama quicker than a boy will. That's a big fact, Duck Duck. That's a big fact.
Yep. You're right. You're right about that. This, you notice how we went from one subject to another subject to another subject, which all of this needed to be talked about. It's all family oriented.
It does, because females will talk themselves into getting punched, and then they're like, oh my God, you just punched her. But she's called him out every name in the book. She's gotten in his face. She's knocked his drink over. She's thrown a drink in his face. And women don't know when to calm down. And unless, I've seen it happen over and over. These men love these women. They love them. But the woman is abusive and nobody stands up to her. And so she ends up abusing. And then the one time one man punches her, he's the abuser and he gets dragged off to jail. But they don't talk about all the times that she threw his food in his face or called him a name, or, you know what I'm saying? But women can be extremely destructive. And so teaching a female how to be a respectful female, to keep her hands to herself, to watch her mouth, is you're doing her a service, because she gets around the wrong dude and he'll bust her face. He won't have any tolerance for her.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I kind of feel like this is where it's going to a degree. See, the reason why sometimes it's hard to really put a female in her place, we see these feminist movements. This is part of the reasons too. It's a whole feminist movement when it comes to it, because they feel like already they don't need us. They could do without us. All men are scum, etc., etc. No, but that's the agenda that they built from back in the day. And then that's what I'm saying. Then when it comes to modern day now, it's the same way right now. You can't tell somebody anything without them wanting to curse you out or saying you hate, etc., etc. Come on.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, that's a fact. But
Well, I don't feel that way. I feel that men need to be respected, protected, honored. They need to have their role in their fatherhood. They need to be treated with respect by their wives and baby mothers. I'm not for man bashing. I'm not a man basher. I never have been. And I was a very, very, very difficult teenager. And it took men, wrestling coaches. My brother's wrestling coach was really hard on me. And if men hadn't had curbed me, I probably would be dead. And and I'm not saying, I say this so gently, but women sometimes attract the man that kills them. And it turns into such a sad dynamic when people die of abuse instead of learning how to love. and learning to control their anger and learning to leave. People think, oh, we love each other, but they never leave. And then they end up suiciding because they don't know how to live without each other. And so I am all for healing men. Men need to heal and need to not be afraid to stand up to women. And I'm not saying stand up to them by calling them names and, you know, dragging them, but saying, you're not going to do that to me and you're not going to treat me like that. And not dating those kind of women, who have family members that stand around and mock the man, tease the guy. I mean, respect has to occur in the entire community that the man's in, but they've stripped you of your roles. That we do need you. I am here today because of men investing in me and taking the time to love me enough to tell me when I'm being ugly. Yeah, so I'm here to support the movement. I'm not a feminist. And I'm
wait, duck, you know, I'm messing with you. Nah, but but see, on some weird shit, no, that's deep. I could tell you.
Go ahead, man.
I could tell you not. If I could tell she not, because like I said, just by the vibes I got from her in the chat, she seemed like and then the cook-off thing too. So like I said, you know, you could tell when somebody's a genuine good person. You just read the vibes and stuff like that. But I remember that old saying.
I got to answer this question. What did you have in them noodles?
I had shrimp and like the fried onions, you know, like the crispy fried onions.
Yeah.
And then I had cabbage. I thought it was ramen noodle. Like I thought it was like the best ramen noodle. So I didn't understand that it was an ingredient. In my one track mind, I thought it's a ramen noodle contest. So 3 ingredients. But I also only had I only had Mac was like, hey, come be in this contest, and I got like a few hours notice. So, you know, I'm new to all of this, and they do cookouts all the time, so they know what they're doing. But yeah, I showed up with my most yummy that I eat ramen noodle recipe. So
no wrong with that. No, but like I said, I could tell you was a good. You know, like I said, sometimes you can just read the vibe with somebody. But I remember that old saying, "D Truth, if you love somebody, right? If y'all both love each other, y'all supposed to be able to leave each other. And if the fates have it be, y'all be meant to be. And if not, it's usually, and a lot of times, sometimes the signs be right there in front of you, but you be too blind to see it. But when the Most High is giving you a clear and present sign of present danger, like don't do it, and you still do it. Yeah, you gotta take heed. You know, it's all about decisions at the end of the day. And if you're not making the right decisions accordingly, you're going to have these type of consequences. And we don't want to have to say that we're not standing up for the women at all. That's not the thing. It's not that we're not standing up for the women, but some women, like I said, I see it from both aspects. But some men and women put themselves in positions where it's like, if they done gave you the fair warning, take heed to it. It's not that somebody's trying to see you unhappy or they trying to just get up with that person either, like I said earlier. No, a lot of times they could be telling you something because of either they don't feel it, they probably done had some sort of dealings with that person before.
You read about that?
Yeah. So
respect Rodney probably won BTV 2.0. Yeah, I had to get that in right quick. Go ahead, Trey.
Like to respond to her thing, what she was saying earlier. You know, like, no, we not the bias clique. We not here to bash the men or the women. We just here to simply say, understand your problem, sit down and fix it, and move on. But who's right, who's wrong, who's this, who is that? We all know, we all grown, and we all see what's going on. If a person can see your problem, I'm pretty sure you can see your own. It's really about not coming in and taking the side. It's really about getting straight down to the fact of what you need to be worried about. And that's where we go sidetrack with it. long as we can learn how to come in a relationship and say, hey, this is a respect line because, you know, you will want that same respect in return. You won't want nobody to give you that interpretation that it's supposed to be more than what it is, and it really is not. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when we think about this, it all takes it back to a fact. You have to not come in taking sizes. You have to meet everything in the middle. That's it.
Yep, like I said, it's about time to close the show out. This been a long 2 hours. This been a deep discussion. So, hey, we come with the facts. We come with the truth. We come with the opinion. And whoever don't like it, you already know. Big Trey, you already know what we say. If you don't like it, you can hit the door, right?
Yes.
Ain't that
Now
right?
you know my saying. You know my saying. You don't like it? Smoke rocks. Smoke rocks.
Right,
But this been a
right,
deep
right.
look. I'm glad a woman came on this panel and gave her side, her opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because us three men up here, we got some backlash. No matter what we said, you already know it too, don't you?
Well, that's why I wanted to come up, because this is such an important topic, and these conversations need to happen. So I appreciate being a part of it, and I appreciate you having the conversation.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we appreciate you for coming up. For sure,
Yeah,
for sure. Because a woman touch is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want no woman, no, even down to the point where you feel like if there's something, come up, like, but really, it's nobody gonna take nobody's side. It's not no group of women gonna come up here and try to make us look like we dogs and all this, and we're not gonna make y'all look like dogs and nothing like that. We're not in no cages, we're not on leashes or none of that. We are human beings.
Well, I can say
So,
my
by that
experience
being,
with, sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
When
Go
I
ahead,
first
babe. Go ahead. No,
when
go
I
ahead.
when I first came on
Go ahead,
YouTube
Queen.
about 10 months ago, I didn't have this experience. You'd come on panels and guys would call you the B word and just shut you down and talk you down and, threaten you. And it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But I've been watching you guys, your circle, for about a month, and you guys just seem super genuine and respectful and playful and funny. And it's a nice change for YouTube to have the men not targeting the women. And it's a totally different group of men. And I do feel a lot safer and a lot more willing to open up and come in the comment sections, because I don't have guys calling me names. And it was like, I don't know what the mood was, but it was just all out war for anyone that was on YouTube back in January and February and March. But it's just really softened out.
Oh no,
I appreciate you
but you
guys.
thought you
I
thought
do. It's so important for us all to be a family and to be working together, instead of there being weird vibes and like tension between males and females, because we need each other, in community, in friendships, and in common goals, to get us all out of these bad cycles. But it's hard for men to be respected when they're in a room full of women putting them down. And it's hard for you to open up, and it's hard for you to want to treat females differently when they're not presenting feminine or ladylike. And then on the other side of that, it's the same for women. When you don't feel safe in a room with men, you're gonna come in and you're gonna act different than you would if you felt safe. So thank you for having a safe environment for women to be in, and for being so loving and supportive of women, and wanting to have conversations like, how do we protect melanated women, you know, that's such a beautiful conversation.
No, listen, we always do that. We always gonna do that because at the end of the day, like none of us are women bashers. Like I'm not a women basher. Nate love the ladies. Nate love all the ladies. So I, I wouldn't. And then not even that. And not even just that. I wouldn't call a girl something I wouldn't even call my own moms. So, I'm not going that far.
That's a big fat right there, Nate. That's a big fat. And the thing is, over here, we talk about the tough topics that need to be talked about. Because we got time to be calling female this and that, you know what I'm saying? We got time for that. We talk about some real stuff that goes on in the real world. Do we have time? Do we have time for that? I don't.
Hey. I mean, we got all night, man. We got all night. I don't think nothing shaking off. Wax got something jumping off. I don't know what y'all want to do because I jump. You know me. I'm ready to go in. I'm ready to go in. You know me.
I know. But we can go in. Hey, we ain't going in on. Hey, I don't know. If, we're gonna have church tonight. I don't know where we're going after this. What club open tonight?
I'll find the club at some point. Look, at some point, I'll find a club. I'm running the streets. I'm running the streets rampant, baby.
Okay.
Nah, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna leave my little last words because
okay. We're finna do that last words right here. You want to go get your last word, or you want to go ladies first?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna let Miss Duck go first.
Well, I have the honor to be a mother, and I'm honored to be a mother. So I have to feed my daughter and get her ready for school tomorrow. So I can't stay on, but I wanted to just thank you again for including me on your panel tonight and for being such beautiful men. Thank you. We love you. We need you. We're here for you. I'll fight for you. What do you need from us to build you back to where you need to be at your greatest? And I'm down. I'm here. So
nothing but love, support. Nothing but love, support, and comment and support the other people that support me. That's all. That's all I ask. support, and we support each other. That's all you got. That's all you got. That's all you got. Duck.
Yeah, I just gotta. My daughter's been asking for like 20 minutes if I can feed her, so I feel bad. But I just wanted, she gets me 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I'm like, give mommy 1 hour, honey. Give mommy 1 hour. So I'm multitasking.
That's not a possible task sometimes, but we appreciate you, and you already know if any one of us is having a live, you already know you're more than welcome to hit the panel. There's no problem.
No. So thank you again. You guys have a great night and God bless.
All right, you have a beautiful night too.
Okay. Thank you.
Who's that? Find a word. Scope your lady, you always late. You always late to church.
Matter of fact, since she's late, you gotta play the organ out.
You gotta play the organ, Scope your lady. Sorry. You got the organ tonight.
You got the organs over here tonight. Who doing the organs tonight? Who got it over here?
Hold on. We can't give it the organ. I think today's her birthday.
Got the organs over here tonight, man.
She played the organ.
Yeah, the queen. There goes Scorpio lady. There goes Scorpio lady. Yeah, the queen came through. Live. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I just thought something. Yeah. I know what I'm doing in my chat now. If you're late coming to the show, you got to play organ. You got to play the organ out. That's the rule.
You got to play the organ.
Bring the organs out.
You gotta play the
So,
organ and you gotta pass the collection plate. One more again. One more.
Yep.
You gotta pass the collection.
So you can't be late. But in the final word, Big Trey or Nate, which one y'all go first?
yes, sir.
I'm gonna just end this off real quick. You know, appreciate
Nate,
you having me
you
up
want to
here.
take it, Nate?
Yeah, appreciate you having me up here, D. And you already know I'm always gonna show support regardless of what. Salute and blessings to everybody in the chat. Y'all already know. Hopefully, all y'all gonna stay safe and remain having a decent Monday evening. And y'all already know. Next time around, in the next live shoot, it might be another topic I'm gonna bring up. I'm gonna just leave the panel open. So.
Yep. Hey, Nate. Did you see what Scorpio later said? Said we all stupid. Hey, Scorpio, hey, that would teach you to be late for the church service, the priest church service, man.
You were supposed to been here, madam, and you just came late. You know what? You have to play the organ out. And then you have to make sure you clean the organs out after the church service is over. So get the swipper sweeper and let's go.
Hey, you know what she said? She said she been running the streets, the YouTube streets all day. So hell we. We had to go really late, but just messing with you. Happy birthday to you.
Your birthday ain't here yet, and mine's before yours. So we fighting for that.
Hey, well, but this was a trade.
Yo, sir.
You up?
Well, you know, first of all, appreciate you for having
Hey,
appreciate you for having
you
us on the
up?
platform. Appreciate you for having us on the platform. You know, big salute to my bro Nate. Big ups to the Queen. Salute to my brother Matt Mean. Shout out to Miss Duck Duck for stopping through with that bombshell advice. You know, the live always lit when we always live. You know, peace and blessings to everybody who tuned in and supported and showed the love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate you all. And I appreciate everybody on the platform tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave it right there.
Hey Nate, you see what she said, right?
You know, I don't be paying attention sometimes. Man, listen. This is the first time you gonna hear a man saying, I ain't paying attention. No. This is the first time you gonna hear a man saying, I ain't paying attention to you, woman. Mm-mm. Oh, shoot. I ain't paying attention to you, lady.
Lord have mercy.
Nah, we definitely. I don't know.
I'm not paying attention to
I
that
told
last
her.
one.
Because I told her, I told a few people I might actually, I don't know, depending on what I get into on my birthday, I probably might do a live. So I don't know.
Oh, most definitely, that would be lit. Oh, you know we there though. You know we super there. You know we there.
Well,
Nah, because
Let
she the
us know
day
when
after
it's
me.
going.
So
Yeah.
she the day after me, so you know it's a Scorpio affair, you know.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
Queenie, around the same time.
Yeah, Scorpio lady is the day after me. And I think another one that being here, Tori, she's a couple days before me. So it's a Scorpio clan in here. The tails is up, son.
I'm gonna take this out.
That's what it is.
I'm gonna take us out. I'm gonna take us out with a little jazz here.
Okay.
This is how we do it over here. Mm, 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 mm.
Mr. Truth.
Yes.
What then happened? What happened to the jazz music, my man?
Yeah.
I don't know. It probably went off. It does it every time. You know how it goes. The electronics. But guess what? That's a nice vibe. We can lay back, relax now. After that, that show, we got a little jazz in there. But Scuffle, you being nasty now. You need to quit.
Okay.
You need to behave. She need to behave.
You can't tell us Scorpios what to do, man. You can't tell us Scorpios what to do.
But you know what? Look here. I guarantee you they watching us on this show. I guarantee you that. All 3 years. Maybe we might get by. We might get by tonight because we had a female up here.
Let them watch.
So we might get. Hey, but until the next episode, I don't know what the subject's going to be until I do it. For Nate, Big Trey, Duck Deuce, everybody that was in the chat, the Queen. I actually want to hear what she had to say on the subject. I actually want to hear what she had to say. Well, the call is late. You know what we do with people that late, right? What they gonna do, Nate?
They gotta play the organ.
If you got anything
shout out to my
Go ahead.
Shout out to my nigga Wax Dog. I forgot all about that. Shout out to my nigga Wax Dog, man.
Oh, Wax Dog. Yeah, Wax Dog. Nicole, you gotta play the organ.
Somebody
don't
did.
let it.
Salute.
No, that don't count.
Hey, Nicole.
That don't count.
Nah,
they don't count. Scorpio lady.
Nah, but Eve been in the chat mostly off and on, so it ain't so much.
I'm talking about Nicole.
I think I seen that at some point. I'm not sure.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's our new rule over here. Eve, Scorpio lady, Nicole, and everybody else that's still watching. If you late to the show, you late to the pre-church. Hold up. If you late to Bible study, you gotta play the organ.
Beep, beep, beep.
See, we love to have fun over here. And it was a deep conversation, but we might laugh at what we talk about, but we be serious about it, and we come right out about it. We don't care who we hurt, who we care. We don't. Hold up. That Smirnoff screwdriver coming out. Excuse me. But we don't care what people think. We don't care if you hurt anybody's feeling because I don't like our opinion. We don't care. The truth is the truth. Am I right?
Facts.
She might be still busy partying right now. Queen Eve, she might be still partying right now. So, but
tell her pass the goose.
Pass the goose. I wonder she got some Ciroc and with the Henny, the goose. Pass all of it.
I need a little bit Douce.
I want my have me some more Henny tonight.
I want my daddy records. I want my daddy records.
Some good on.
But I'm trying to see if she's gonna come up here or not, but I guess not. But to the next episode, are we Eve, you still here? Are we having church tonight?
I'll probably get the notification 9 out of 10. I know when church.
I
I caught church service today. I wasn't that late. I wasn't even late. I was outside the parking lot. I was outside the parking lot, you know. Can't smoke in the house of the Lord, so you know.
But
I'm planning to run the streets about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll probably take it in about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll probably run the streets about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that about like me, but
might get in some trouble while I'm out there, so might just pull up on a couple people, drop down on something, watch a couple.
Nicole, wait, Nicole, yes, you have been summoned to play that raggedy organ. Like,
you were late. You had to catch it on replay.
Shout out to the replay game.
Hey, good day for replay. That unless they shut this, unless they tell me they took the video down. So
nah, hopefully not. We didn't violate nothing. We didn't violate nothing like how I felt I got violated. So we didn't. We
not tonight.
I'm violating from now on. I'm tired of y'all niggas shit.
But for everybody in the chat, everybody
dignity,
for everybody over this side right here, if you the dirty sector, 20 East State Game, we love you, we support you. Hey, guess what? It's all love. It's all love, baby. It's all love.
It's all love, baby.
Love, Queen.
Nicole said about she'll watch the replay too. I play the organ on out now, Nicole. One more time.
One more
time,
yeah, we got to get one more. We got to get the organs on the way out the door. Yeah, you know, that's how the service goes. We got to get the organs out the door.
Look, he was out laughing too. She was out laughing.
Oh man, nah. Man, listen.
It ain't about love, baby. It ain't about love up here.
Love you too, Nicole.
Yeah, we love you, but that still don't excuse you for the fact. Play that organ, DJ. Let's go.
She thought we were gonna forget about that last time. One more time. That's all.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
You know what? Hey,
drop it.
Scorpio lady. Nicole save you.
Oh,
there he came.
You already know. Scorpio lady, salute you. Yeah.
She made a finger across that one, didn't she? We love all of y'all. Thank you, queens and kings that came in here.
Back.
And I'm not gonna tell you when I'm gonna be back. Sometimes I might go late tomorrow night. Never know me. So I don't know when Nick's gonna be on. And we try to get Big Trey. We try to get him to that 50 mark so he can go live.
Facts. Y'all already know y'all should be dropping them links.
We slowly climbing, but we
Oh, but once you get there,
it's soon in doing this. It's soon doing it.
Yeah, but and Big Nate, Big Nate got to get him the 500. I didn't get the 500. Yeah, patient. Hey, Big Eve, she on 120. I think 120, 130, 129 for the 1,000. Hey, they're gonna be a celebration that night.
Oh shit, party in the church. Now I can get
big
the smoke
celebration right there. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Be part at the church.
But you don't forget you play the organ.
Wait, Pastor Eve. Once you get to 1,000, please let me smoke inside. So I don't have to smoke outside in the parking lot and be late.
That's why she got you play the organ, because you're late.
I'm always playing the organ shit.
Hey, you know, Tim be at somebody else's church to play the organ, so he the guest organist, so he showed up lately.
I think he was here last night, and then that shit disappeared. That organ is not pitiful and dreadful. Stop it.
Hey, we gotta take some money from the building fund, the building church fund, to get a new organ in.
All donations. All donations is going to the new organ and the new building fund. We need a new building.
See, we love to have fun. Hey, anybody else got any jokes yet? Anybody else got any kind of other jokes? Or should we ask Nicole to play the organ one more time before we go?
Man, play the organ one more time. And play it with some soul, damn it.
One more time.
I want to make sure I'm tapping my feet when I leave the church.
Hey, say you want to march out like FAMU band?
I'm trying to go out like Kirk Franklin. Stomp. Oh, my brother said stomp.
Hey, she said your organ has been dragged all over the dirty sector on YouTube.
First of all,
peace and love, man, you know.
First of all, my organ is not dirty, man.
Got it in the conversation.
My organ is not dirty. It's sanctified by the blood of God. So, chat.
see, I'm trying to get Ron Law some time to drop all the links in here. That's why I keep stalling.
I know, but you gotta make sure everybody dropping everything. Drop them links like dropping them drones. Let's go, y'all.
Drop it like a hot. But some of y'all can't drop it like a hot. Y'all, some of y'all gotta let it down like a lukewarm. Hey, we gotta get Eve. We gotta make sure we get Eve. Both her channels in here. Nate channel in here. Nick Trade channel in here. Who else? Wax Dog, Abano. Everybody, we gotta make sure we get the channel in here.
Yeah.
Nicole, my organ is ordained by the blood of God. So, like,
there was a couple people chimed in, took off and came in, took out.
Yeah, I know Wet Dog. Yeah. Wet Dog, like I said, Wet Dog was a he was rough day about a link.
Oh man, Nicole, yes, my organ is not dirty. Yes, I took it out the church and took it to the organ players. Yeah, my man, I need you to give me that express wash over there and make sure my organ look like a shiny gold nose. Cause we going to church.
Hey, but why you had your organ there? Why you had your organ getting doing all that? We had a piccolo player.
I don't want no damn piccolo, man. Before that, you should have just got an accordion. I don't want that neither. Shoot, like, come on.
Who for a piccolo player?
You could have got the electric keyboard. Come on now. At least until the organ came back.
Thank you. Look, they couldn't find the cord and they had no batteries.
Come on, man. You mean to tell me all this money we've been getting, we ain't got no damn man. I'm leaving this church. I'm tired of this shit.
Hey, look, man, we gotta talk to Pastor E. You gotta talk to Pastor E on this one. Say, why we ain't got no battery for the organ or the cord for it? Oh no, she said get a banjo.
Oh, we can't do that. Come on, man. If we get a banjo, that means you gotta get the straw. You gotta get that wheat straw in your mouth and the straw hat. You ain't trying to do all that, man. Come on, man. Well, I gotta hold it down, man.
At least we get a tambourine player.
We got too many of those. Shoot. Nobody want to pass.
That. You caught what I said, though, didn't
you? He said nobody passed the election plate.
I'm at 5%, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and slide out, man, to charge my devices up. I'm gonna be running through YouTube Peace to the chat. Peace to the queen. Peace to you, Nate. Peace to you, D Love, D True. Shit, man. I'll be
Just a lot,
tapping in
a
from
lot of
time to time, man. You already know.
Yeah, you already know, bro. Salute.
salute, respect. Who he talking
All
to?
right.
Why somebody who for wait? Who's a fool?
I don't know who she talking to with that one.
Salute, queen. Love you, baby.
They're gonna say be
Salute,
easy.
Nicole. Peace, queen.
Go ahead and say later, Gator.
Well, I'm gonna slide on out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you for having me on, bro. Hey, Nate, if I get charged up, you be on tonight. I'll come back through and cut a fool with you too, my nigga.
Now you already know I'll be in here.
Yeah.
Big ups, bro. Big ups to you too, D Love.
You too. You know, hey, look here. If I can't count on nobody, I can count on y'all too. We're gonna chop it up in it regardless. Especially on
Oh,
some,
for
especially on
sure,
this
for
tip.
sure,
Cause all
for
three of us
sure,
about
for
the
sure.
same thing. You know what I'm saying? All three of us about the same thing. So hey, like I said, like Rick Flair said, they don't have to like it, but they're gonna learn to love us.
Embrace
Yeah,
me.
for sure, for sure, for
Embrace
sure, for
me.
sure.
Love my
But
beautiful fatness. Love it.
soon as I get these, soon as I get these electronics charged up, I'm jumping right back into the street. So you already know what it is, man. So
Alright.
let me get this charged up. I'm jumping back out there. I don't know who going live next. I should have enough juice where I can get back on with whoever.
No doubt.
Okay. All right. Hey, respect.
All right, peace and blessings to everybody, man, in the chat and on the platform. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Peace and blessings, bro.
It's a blessing. Hey, rolling along. You've got Nate and Trey and Nicole and Armando. You slacking on your job. You slacking on your
Wait a
job,
minute.
rolling along.
Why I gotta be silly for? What I do? Cause I said embrace my fatness. Love it.
I heard you when you said that day, and I watched the chat on my phone. I waiting to see who's going to say something. I knew who it was going to be, but
Oh
yeah, I guess she working overtime trying to get those drops. Well, even when the line goes on rolling along, you still can drop the drop up in here.
man. Yeah.
But it's gonna be say you heard Teddy Pendergrass or Teddy Riley.
Uh, I don't want to sing neither. I don't want to sing nothing. Oh no, this is something I get called even even in real time. For some reason, I get called the little teddy bear. Like, okay, we'll let you run with that. We let
Hey,
you run with that.
go your lady. I already knew what you were talking about. I was just making a joke of it.
Oh no, my new name is Ted now. I
Teddy,
need a, oh yeah, no, that movie Ted. I need a
yeah,
Thunder Buddy. I need a Thunder Buddy.
Ted was nasty. Ted was nasty.
Nah, ain't that crazy.
Hey, Ted was nasty though, wasn't he?
Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna hold you. That was on some family. That was on some Family Guy type shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I ain't gonna hold you. That shit was weak. I was crying. But I think the main parts that just threw me off was the whole fact of he tried everything to get fired and got promoted. Like now, see, that's me. That's the part of Ted I am. I tried everything to do certain shit and still, damn, I got promoted again. Damn. Like, come on.
And see, like the more you try to get fired, the more they're gonna keep you. But it's been fun. To everybody in the chat, to my guests on the panel, thank you for your love and support. Go support other people that got channels on here. Nate, Trey, Eve, Armando, Nicole, Bella. I think Royal Lord got one. Who else? Who else came in here? I'm trying to see who else came in here.
Everybody show each other love, man. Hop in them fake YouTube DMs. Show each other some love. That's what
Buddy, Maybach. It was so many. It was so many more. And Ellie, thank y'all for dropping by. We had fun. Did you have fun tonight?
Oh, man, listen, I'm always having fun. I'm off
Yeah.
till Wednesday, so I'm definitely having fun.
Don't say that too loud. She might hear you.
Oh, guess what?
Oh.
I have fun.
No, not that part. Not that part.
Oh,
The other part. The last part.
Oh, that I'm off to Wednesday. You be all right. I'm light skinned.
Hey, she didn't hear it anyway. She go. But right there. Soon as I say that, she gonna pop right back up. Watch. You know how that, you know how them women do. You know how them women do.
Nah, but this is light work. That's why I said I was bound to have my 3 days off. It's just spaced out.
Yeah.
Shoot. I don't care. I'll take these 2 nights off, and then I got Friday off. So yes, it's time to be the devil. New
Okay. So you got the night off, tomorrow off, and Friday.
Yeah.
You so lucky, huh?
I'm lucky. I got my 40 plus hours within 4 days time. So what can I complain about?
Shoot, yeah. Hey, that right. Hey, you know, hey, you got your 40 plus. Might well say they won't let you get no more than that 40 plus. You know what I'm saying? You already know how it go.
Yeah, that's that work. That's that workman flow. Gotta happen.
Yep. But from my big dog Nate, Trey, the Deuce. I want to say I don't know why I won't call it Goose. But the Deuce, Eve, and Mondo, and the rest of everybody that came out to support when you hit that like button on the way out. If you hit it on the way in, if you ain't subbed up, go everybody subbed up because just about everybody here got a rent, so everybody subbed up. So I ain't and if you ain't checked Nate out, go check it. Go check him out. Nate the Great Podcast. So we can't get him mixed up with nobody else. And Trey, Big Trey, that's capital GGC. Go check him out. And hopefully I'll learn how to drop them links real quick one of these days. They ain't learned that part yet.
Mm-hmm.
You see how slow I was dropping it in your chat, didn't
you?
Yeah. But we had fun. We talked some serious stuff. We had some laugh, had a little music. But I'm getting hungry. And I gotta get up in the morning. I've been out for 4 days. I'm lazy as hell. I really don't want to go no more.
Get your ass up, Chris.
Look here. What a milk can? Ain't no milk. Just add water to it.
Gotta put some water in that damn shit. Yeah, put some water in that damn shit.
I just see that Friday, that movie. I can imagine somebody that being just like that.
Nah, but you'll have some people like, man, listen, it's either that or have the pops from Everybody Hates Chris. Nigga, that's 35 cents worth of milk. You better put that shit back in there.
Hey, but for all of us here at D-True TV, Twitter East, Dirty Sector, and State Gay, we love you. Peace. We out.
Love you too. Peace.